Go to the Porsche showroom and see the glory of God. So go to any place divides by 3. In fact, it's 888 by the law of prime. Go to the Porsche showroom adds to 300 perfectly. 3 hands for the Triune God. Go to the Porsche showroom. You know, do it for Father's Day this Sunday. Go to the Porsche showroom. See the glory of God. What else? Man. That divides by 3. So go to the Porsche showroom, see the glory of God. That adds to a triple of triple love. So go to the Porsche showroom, see the glory of God. That adds to love plus love plus love, tripled. 9 loves. 3 times 3 loves to the glory of the Triune God who is love. So go to the Porsche showroom, see the glory of God. Done. I exhort. And exhort is a very obvious word. It contains the 3 letters that divide by 3, 15, 18, 24, and then the famous word the is left over. So exhort is 90, which is king, and 6 letters, 15 strokes. So I exhort adds to 99 perfectly. I exhort. Go to the Porsche showroom, see the glory of God. Another word you can say is I insist. Insist divides by 3. In fact, insist equals exhort. Okay? I insist equals I exhort. Wow. You see how the more we give and let the river flow, the more God gives us in real time? I exhort. I insist. Come with me to the Porsche showroom. We will see the glory of God together and harvest gems like an Easter egg hunt for the glory of the Trinity. Man, I'm loving this. And then the word vintage divides by 3. They had a vintage Porsche there. Like, look at the vin is wine in French. And then you talk about vintage. Like every component. Vin, ta, ja. Every like set divides by 3. So vintage. Wow. So then they had a vintage Porsche there. That is triple love. Love plus love plus love. And that's chain linked with 3s and bookended with 3s. So go to the Porsche showroom, see the glory of God. Vintage Porsche is triple love. You can find the 3 loves in that. Because God can tell you to go to the Porsche showroom, see the glory of God, and He can say, buy the vintage Porsche. Okay, but He insists that it be mathematically perfect when He's talking to you. So He says, buy the vintage Porsche and give it to my son named so-and-so on this part of town. Go. Okay, and you'll go and buy the vintage Porsche and you'll give it to someone that has a precious special memory and say, God told me to give this to you, and that person might get saved in Jesus' name, and God will have told them someone's going to bring you a vintage Porsche and I want you to give it to this other person. Or I want you to drive it for yourself and God will just tell you. It's a personal relationship. He's the director, folks. The stage is set. The stage is His. Are you hearing His voice? Are you listening for His voice? Or do you have the patience to wait long until you get His voice? It's an act of respect to wait in silence until the person you're waiting for shows up. Okay? Vintage Porsche. Triple love. A new Porsche. So Jesus said it this way, treasures new and old. New wine, watch this. So a new Porsche. And then a brand new Porsche. So new Porsche, 162. That's the same digits as a vintage Porsche. So God might tell you to buy the vintage Porsche. He might tell you to buy the new Porsche. But He insists that it glorify Himself. Triune God every time. So 162, those 3 digits add to 9. 3 times 3, 126, same numbers. A new Porsche or a vintage Porsche. Take your pick. God owns all. Now a brand, I'm just going to kill that phone so it's not disturbing us here. A brand new Porsche. That's my brother Jason, but that's fine. A brand new Porsche. Okay, so brand new anything, a brand new baby is the most obvious thing that comes to mind. By the way, if someone in my family wears a jersey with Kubi and the number 9 on the back, that's the exact same pair as this famous combination of brand new. Brand equals Kubi. Okay, it's king for the number 3. In fact, they perfectly parallel each other in their structure for the number 3. They start with 2 letters that are plus 2. The second letter in divides by 3. And then the rest of the letters knit together with the first letter to divide by 3. In brand, you have this bonus AN in here, okay? But brand equals Kubi. So apparently my last name is destined to be a brand. At some point, it equals Nike, as I've said before. Kubi equals Nike equals brand. And all of these words by Divine Ordinance have the famous second letter divided by 3, just like Albert Einstein, and the rest of the letters knit together to make a multiple of 3. So Kubi equals Nike equals brand. So I'm telling you, to the glory of God, that according to His purpose, I do believe that my last name is destined to become a brand. Well, it already is a brand. It's simply my name, and my father's name, and my mother's name, and then their father's name. Okay. I do believe it means son of Jacob. Okay. And we are from Germany, and many Germans come from Jewish heritage, and I absolutely believe with all my heart that that was a revelation God gave me, is that our family blood is of the seed of Jacob, okay, who is Israel, which is very cool. Kuba is a pet form of Jacob, okay? But by Divine Ordinance, Kubi equals Nike equals brand. So, and then the number 9 equals the word new. An easy way to remember new equals 42 is the famous football call. New 42, hut, hut. Okay, so, but I had this image from God that of a person wearing a Kubi jersey, a Kubi uniform. Maybe it'll be one of my brother's children. Maybe it'll be one of my children, if it's God's will that I get married. Maybe it'll just be someone that decides to do this. A Kubi wearing a number 9 on their back. Kubi plus 9 is the exact same thing as brand new. 42 plus 39 plus 42. Oh, sorry. I apologize. Kubi equals new. No, Kubi equals brand. That was correct. So brand new is 81. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. And that's the same value as Kubi 9. Okay, that just called that to remembrance for me. So brand new anything is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Now, the most obvious and expensive brand new thing as far as physical human life is concerned is, of course, a baby. So let's get that out. A brand new baby equals 111 perfectly. But a brand new Porsche, which some people will call the baby, honey, the new baby. Okay, brand new Porsche divides by 3. And then now you can get superlative on the type of Porsche. Like, for me, you know, my favorite was Porsche 911, speaking of 9, coupe. So, you know, all these words divide by 3. In fact, they equal brand new Porsche. That's amazing. So brand new Porsche equals 165 divided by 50. 911 coupe equals the same thing. So talk about an obvious, and that was my favorite car. That was honestly my favorite car in the showroom. It was a brand new 2015. Brand new Porsche equals 165. 911 coupe equals 165. Brand new Porsche 911 coupe 330. A double of 165. Genius. And then you can get in the words like turbo, the word like charge, you know, the word charge divides by 3, and, you know, like turbocharged S, you know, all this stuff will like link together. You know, like if you have the S version, that'll knit together like this, and all this will like just jack up the 3s. Okay, that's very easy. It's going to knit together with a whole bunch, but I'm not going to go there right now. What else? Oh yeah, an exhaust pipe, the end of the line divides by 3. Your muffler, which connects to the exhaust pipe, divides by 3. In fact, it's 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, and all the letters. I love the word muffler. It's like so fun. And then just an M and an E. It's like, can you find love in your muffler? Oh yeah. The M and the E make 18, and then you get another 18 right here, and then you get a final. It's so cool, the word muffler. So find love in your muffler. Just ask your neighbor. Oh yeah, your muffler is an agent of love, man. I don't want to hear no like thwap, 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 thwap. And then the F and the U make 27 all by themselves. So you got a triple of 18s. So team gold is 18, team green is 18, R is 18, that's love, and then a bonus half a love right there. So muffler is love plus half a love. Put the muffler together with the exhaust pipe. Now you're getting the famous birth name of the queen, 15 times 15, which is the same value as the year, 2015, and like the name of the Porsche I like the most, and letters and strokes divided by 3, so you get the idea. Oh man. And then you have the chassis. Now is the chassis, let me just check my spelling, forgive me folks, but hey, we're all learning, so we might as well. I believe I spelled it correctly. vehicle chassis. I know this divides by 3. In the number of letters and strokes, it divides by 3. And I honestly did it this way. I put the H and the Y to make 33. The word ass is 39. If you put the C on this team, C equals 3. It's like totally obvious. Like, hello, who owns every chassis? And what's cool about the new Porsche vehicles is that they enclose the entire contents of the machinery. Like the whole car is floored with metal. Of course, metal and wood both divide by 3. Let's say that right now. Metal equals 51, which is, we've seen a lot of famous 51s in Porsche land. You can back up this video and just revisit those. So a metal chassis, of course, divides by 3. If I spelt that correctly, oh, chassis. Well, I apologize, but maybe we should spell it true. Vehicle chassis. Okay. Internal framework. Okay, well, let's work with chassis. I apologize. But chassis is another famous word in the story of God. Apparently, I just found it on Wikipedia. Anyways, so chassis. Forgive me, folks. We're all learning. Oh, well, chassis divides by 3. It's 3 points higher than chassis. And just for the record, chassis is a legitimate item in the story of God. Here it is. It is, a place in France, multiple places in France. So there you go. We just traveled the world in the word chassis. And of course, chassis is, the metal frame. Wow, I'm liking this even more. I mean, 3 S's, like that's triple eight. As this is 999 or triple three. This is triple three right there. 9 plus 3 triple S. Like it's just so cool. But find love, HS is the obvious thing there. Too obvious. So these differ by 3. So a metal chassis is an obvious 3 fest. And then find love and chassis, 27 right there. And then the word ass divides by 3, and then 9 and 3. Done. Chassis solved. What else? What else, people? And then like a full chassis. Full equals metal. So a full metal chassis equals holy, holy, holy. And then full of gas. Starts with 27, half a love, ends in 27, gas. And what do we have in the center here? 45, also a multiple of 9. So full of gas is pure 9s. It's 99 in 9 letters. So a Porsche full of gas equals Christ the Redeemer equals Cristo Redentor. So Porsche full of gas. There you go. And then it should be red. Equals Will you marry me for 3s. Okay, what else? Bright blue frame. What else? Washer fluid divides by 3. Pretty obviously. Chain linked and bookended with 3s. Wait for it. Oh, change the tire divides by 3. Remember, just like change the gear divides by 3. And so change the tire is 1, 2, 3. Wow, there you go. That equals gold bullion equals gold plus silver. Good night. So change the tire. God can tell you to change the tire. And he insists that when he tell you that, it's mathematically perfect. So now change the gear. Equals 102. Well. Very famous. This is the first 3-digit number that divides by 3. This is 1, 2, 3. It's like, whoa. I'm curious as to what, well, that's going to equal 90. But what other artistic effects? Wow. 6 days of creation, 422424. Change gear. This is just Jehovah. Remember that one? Change the tire. Change the gear. And of course, the root of the word change divides by 3. So changing and changes divided by 3. So cool. Anything else we want to do here? Change the window. Change the door. Change the door divides by 3. Change the window divides by 3. So change the door in 3 words equals 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness, so door equals tire. Now you're seeing how much God loves cars. Jesus loves cars. Jesus knows Porsche better than anyone on the planet, but you need to talk to Jesus if you want to learn about Porsche. Okay, so change the window. Change the window. Change the door. Change the tire. Change the gear. Change the... Okay. Out of my own mouth. Change the whole thing. Sometimes that's what you have to do. Like, as far as our education system is concerned, change the whole thing. That's 8 times AAA. Change the whole thing so that it's based on Jesus and my truth fundings. Our education system. Change the whole thing so that it's Christ-centered. All of these teachings will be given to all the children so they all understand that it's all in the name of love and that God's sovereign. Sometimes you have to change the whole thing. And Jesus will say to you, change the whole thing. You know, all the pools in Canada, ozonated rather than chlorinated. It's healthier, it's more life-giving. Change the whole thing. It's called out with the old, in with the new. Okay. Out with the old. You know, the obvious here. That equals holy, holy, holy. Like, and look at the obviousness between out and old. We say something outdated. It's old. It's outdated. Well, look at T and D make 24, and then all these letters divide by 3. It's like, are you seeing the perfect similarity between the word old and the word out? You know, when something's old, we throw it out. Oh, throw it out. It's old. Pretty cool. But God is sovereign. It's like, yes, He's ordained things to be old. It's pretty cool. And then yes, we toss them out. Or there you go. Okay. This is fun, man. Just all of the flood of the Porsche visit there. And it's a fun drive. I always love to finish with the word fun. Like, this is awesome. 27 here, 27 here, 27 here, 18 there. In fact, it's sitting on our whiteboard right now. We solved that the other day, along with Team Canada equaling love plus 9. The consonants in Team Canada equals love. And we solved the 2015 Mini Cooper the other day, but a fun drive. That's why we drive. You know, why should you buy a Porsche? Oh, it's fun to drive. It's a fun drive. Perfect. Your pleasure as a child of God brings Him pleasure, just like any son and his father. Father sees the son happy, father's happy. There you go. Fun drive. Pure 9s. Like love, totally. Like 27, 27, it ends in love, starts with half a love. It's like, it's a fun drive. You know, for Father's Day, take Dad to the Porsche showroom and say, we're here to let Dad drive the latest Porsche for Father's Day. He's just going to take a test drive, and maybe at some point he'll own it, maybe at some point he'll buy it, but for Father's Day, we want to take a test drive with the latest Porsche with our dad. And he'll love it, and he'll never forget it, and it's a shared experience. That's how you bond together as a family. You do things together. Men bond by doing things together. They bond by exploring together and discovering and learning together and adventuring together and trying something new together. So this Father's Day, why don't you take your dad to the Porsche showroom in Langley, BC, and say for Father's Day, we thought we could take our dad for a Porsche, you know, and he actually is considering purchasing at some point in the future. Take your dad for a test drive. And I'm sure they'll let at least a couple of you come along. I mean, you can probably only fit 4 or 5 in there. Big family! Okay, fun drive. And, it's a leisure vehicle. For many people, it's a leisure vehicle. Well, leisure vehicle divides by 3. I'm setting a lot of people free here because, you know, a lot of people think they got to be driven all the time, like go, 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 go. It's like, no, God can lead you to buy a leisure vehicle and say, I want you to just enjoy this. It'll inspire you. The perfection of Porsche will inspire you to be perfectionist in your mathematical solving of world history for my glory. Derek, buy a Porsche. Or he can say it to anyone. Say, I want you to have a Porsche. Because it'll inspire you to a level of perfection and excellence in the other work that I've called you to do. It's that simple. So, or he can, a leisure vehicle. He says, you'll only use it a couple times a week, but I want you to have this for a few months. He might tell you to give it away at the end of 6 months, and you'll say, yes, Lord. But leisure vehicle is an obvious 3-fest. And I'm getting these things in my mind, and I just quickly do the math on it. Like, this is how I did it in my mind. 3 plus 2s. I know all these divide by 3. And these guys, 3 letters, and, you know, these guys all divided by 3. SE, 24 888, VE, 27. You know? So it's like we've already found love in a leisure vehicle, you know? And commute divides by 3, commuter divides by 3. Oh, wow. That's epic. And then epic divides by 3. Quality craftsmanship. Craftsmanship. 777. So quality craftsmanship divides by 3. That's a beautiful one. 12 times 21, 2 kings for 3. Quality craftsmanship. That's another word for Porsche. Porsche quality craftsmanship. Genius. And of course, every time I say genius, that belongs to God. 6 letters that divide by 3 in 13 strokes. Genius. And you get 3 teams of 3s. It's like put the G and the E, the N and the S, the I and the U. 3 teams of 3s. You get 4 teams. Genius. What else? So Porsche genius. I just love really working it and just, you know, more 3s coming at you. The Porsche genius is going to be 8 times 888. There you go. The 3 words come to mind. Quality, excellence, fun. And the reason I chose these 3 is because this is +1, this is +2, and this divides by 3. Quality, excellence, fun. 3 times 3, beautiful 3 fest there. Good trio that summarizes Porsche vehicles to me. Okay. And then I'd say fantastic. Superb. Fantastic divides by 3. Superb is pure 3s. Awesome equals superb. So God is superb. Equals love plus half a love. Awesome equals the same thing. Superb. Awesome. 3 points less than Porsche. An awesome Porsche. A superb Porsche. You're just like, awesome. And then ride. Oh man, how do we forget the word ride? Ride is like pure 3s. Wow. Portioness together with ride, like, just too obviously. Both divide by 12, but watch how they come together. Porsche, ride. 120 exactly. Both divide by 12 and add to 12 times 10. And you say, an awesome ride. It is. And then a smooth ride. All these words divide by 3. And then Porsche, smooth ride, is going to equal will you marry me? And then now put the word the, and you have Golden State Warriors, 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. The Porsche, smooth ride, pure 3s. And by the way, whenever I say pure 3s, both words divide by 3. In fact, that's love plus half love, 3 times 3 times 3 times the third prime. Okay, so we've done a lot with Porsche. Anything else? Invent and inventions, innovation. Okay, so anything else come to mind with Porsche? Quality, excellence, perfection, power, beauty, grace, wonder, blessing. It's like you can solve it all, but all the words belong to the Trinity. Okay, we're going to take a short break. That was epic. Oh man equals 33.